Welcome, respected co-sadhakas, shrotas. Receive my acknowledgements and appreciations for your regularity, seriousness, sincerity. A great achievement. Recognize it to maintain it. Recognize it to improve upon it. Till the truth is reached, realized, neither the sadhana nor our everyday Shravana of the Upanishads we are going to give up for any reasons, obstacles, inner and outer. May this path be made prashasta, obstacleless by the divine grace, O divine Lord. If at all we ask you something, that is this alone, see to it that we thoroughly walk this path, empower us for that, remove all the obstacles, and make us reach the destination very soon so that we become your instrument in serving your world. लोकसेवक धर्मस्थापक विरागी भक्त शिष्य मुमुक्षु जिज्ञासु श्रोता साधक परिश्रमी प्रेरित प्रशांत गंभीर संस्कृत भाषा ज्ञाता व्याकरण सहित and such other important व्यक्तित्वास we have to develop in us consciously. Understand the meaning of them, definitions of them, and try to be that individuality safe in the world outside, safe within ourselves, and surely helping for spiritual evolution. Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa are there for us to help in this regard, along with Santa Vangmaya, writings of the Mahatmas. So too the Guru Tattva is there, who is Parabrahman himself. The Guru Parampara is there. The Swaguru is there, the Acharyas are there, as well as Aneka Rishigana, Munigana, always there to help us. Seek it, take it, use it. So too the Adhyatmika Devatagana, Adi Bhautika Devatagana, Adi Daivika Devatagana are there. To some extent, they can help us mainly in empowering our faculties. So we can take definitely their help too. The Mother, the Shakti Swarupani, Sarva Vyapika, Karunamayi, Matramurti, she is also ready to bless us and we must need her blessings. Receive them by due Prarthana, Upasana, Stuti, Sharanagati, ityadi. Ishvara, Sarvagna, Sarvavyapaka, Srushti Sthiti Laya Karaka, Nigraha Anugraha Karaka, Mukti Pradayaka, the Ishvara also. We need to take the help in this Upanishad, unlike many. Throughout the Upanishad, the presence of Ishvara and presence of Ishvara in many forms, need of them at various occasions, invoking their grace, they are very extensively given. So recognize it, the help of Ishvara. Then Sakshat Parabrahma, we have to do Anusandhanam single-pointedly. When we pray to him, when he finds us to be fit, he will reveal us to him as his form that we are he only, him only. Yes, let us do the study of Shwethshwathara Upanishad, friends. A very healthy, good discussion has happened so far up to the 12th mantra, in which that Brahman, which is so far explained, alone is to be known. Etad gneyam, etadeva gneyam, nityam gneyam, atma samstam gneyam, na atah param veditavyam hi kinchita. These two lines are very crucial, that the self, the Brahman, the truth, the reality alone is to be known for the moksha. Anything other than it is not there. So our effort to know them makes them appear, makes them real, makes them bind us. Therefore, nata param veditavyam hi kinchit. Very crucial, very subtle it is, very to be caught. Other than Brahman, when you attend to it, it appears to be real, binds us. Therefore, nata param veditavyam hi kinchit. First know the Brahman. Thereafter, look back. Everything is that alone. So then you may play, doesn't matter, you will not be bound. Like in life, everywhere, we first ensure the security, then do the things. And secure yourself in the car, seated and put the belt and then drive. Secure in the flight also with the belt put, etc. Secure in our accommodation house first, then do the works. Secure in the office, a particular job, then do. Secure with the friend, the friendship, then the various things we do with the friends. Everywhere. In relations, first establish, secure that relativity, then whatever is to be cut out of it, one does it. Same way, in before entering into the samsara, the world of duality, the only way of being secured is realizing that Egameva Dvaya Brahma as ourselves. Correct? Now the sadhanas told were Bhokta Bhogya Preritaram Chamatva Sarvam Proktam Trividam Brahma Metat. So it is a very vivid, undoubted picture that on the Brahman, these three are out of ignorance projected, accepted, and that is where we are not able to apprehend the Brahman within us and all pervading. Therefore, all these three, Bhoktradi, Ashesha, Bheda, Prapancha, Vilapanena, Nirvishesha, Brahma, Atmanam, Janiyatu, Prapnuyatu. That sentence always remember. Now we have to start our journey after the Siddhanta Jnana understood that Brahman alone has to be realized in our own heart as our own self. For that, all the time you have to try. To accomplish it, we have to start somewhere. And all that somewhere starting is with the Alambana. You know? So, as it is given in all Upanishads, in this Upanishad also, the same Omkara Pranava is given to us an Alambana. In what way Om is suggested here to be used? In what way the Om is suggested to be used in other Shastras? To the satisfaction of our understanding, for our satisfactory understanding, we will try to discuss today. That's our topic. First, we will see the mantra, we will explain the mantra, then we will see in what way we can thoroughly grasp the subject beyond any confusion or the doubts. Simple, before that, our Prarthana Sankalpas, before that, today's very simple common sense thought, very short, precise. Details you work out, headings only we'll discuss here. In today's common sense thought is first recognize what is the stable, conducive position, atmosphere for our sadhana of our outer dealings as well as our upadhis. So, in what position, if we maintain our upadhis, that they are conducive for us for the sadhana, in what position they have to be, in what condition they have to be, in what status they have to be, so that they are conducive for our sadhana. So, to outer activities, outer relations, etc. First point, that clarity. You know, like we call the car as car worthy, the aeroplane as air worthy, the train is called as the track worthy, the buses and all called as the road worthy. Isn't it? In the same way, what is the worthiness of our outer dealings? What is the worthiness of our उपाधिस, कैसे होना चाहिए हमारे उपाधियां, कैसा होना चाहिए हमारा बाहरी जीवन, जैसा रहने से वो हमें साधना में अनुकूल होते हैं. Okay, first point, simple. Second is that status which is wanted, which is expected of our equipments and the outer world. What are the things which are disturbing that status, which are creating imbalance in that status? Because of which they are not only non conducive, but they are obstacle also for the sadhana. Therefore, we are not able to do the adhyatmika sadhana. ये वाला परीक्षा हमको करना है स्वयं, बिकॉज इट इज अबाउट आवर सेल्स. जनरलाइजेशन इज इनफ, बहुत साल से हम कर ही जा रहे. आप नो मोर जनरलाइजेशन, particularly to our own self we take all these discussions. Everyone should feel like that. You think for yourself, I think for myself. So my equipments, my outer vyavahara, in this way they have to be for them to be conducive and helpful for sadhana. Then what are the things I am doing, knowingly or unknowingly, because of which that required expected stability, the position of these faculties or outer vyavahara is disturbed. Therefore they are not only non conducive but also they are obstacles. Recognize them, then eliminate them. No other way. In the same way, what are the things to be done so that that state of conduciveness of the inner and outer equipments is gained always and maintained always? Then achieve them. Because even though the goal is to realize the Brahman, that is ultimate, but to reach to that point in our journey from where we are, other than these inner equipments, other than the negotiating outer things, there is no other way. So therefore, think about these three aspects. बाहर का व्यवहार कैसा होना चाहिए, उसको बिगाड़ता कौन है, कौन मतलब my own attitudes, actions, how to eliminate those self disturbance creating way of life with regard to the outer attack activities. So to all the outer things should be conducive also for me. What are the positive things that can be made? And all the outer things. Outer things means our own house or the place where we stay, the ambience which we need to have, people whom we friend, whom we relate to, and what discussions we do with them, what things we avoid, isn't it? Whether it is vocal thing, whether it is the thoughts entertained about them, whether the movement with them, इनमें से होना क्या चाहिए मदद करने के लिए, बिगड़ता कौन है, उसको अवॉइड कैसे करें, मदद कौन करता है इन स्टेबिलिटीज को पाने की. वी हैव टू फोकस ऑन इट, सी टू इट दैट all those outer things no more are liabilities, है ना, especially with regards to the people. Lucky if we are, if less people are around us, most lucky for the adhyatmic sadhana. Then if the people are less, then the obligations, compulsions will be less, which are required na antaranga sadhana karne ke liye. Those are not sadhakas, then they'll have hundreds of people around. They're always in chit chatting with them. They are absolute samsari. We will not talk about them. We are talking about ourselves. So with the people very less, and that also minimum very healthy, loving, cordial interaction. There is no hardness, harshness in anything, in either refusing or in accepting or in being together. कहीं भी कोई डेंट ना हो, isn't it? Sometimes you have to say no. So with lovingly only you say, so that the person is able to understand, accept, and you also are happy that yes, you could say no in a gentle manner. So I achieved what I have to achieve, and I did it without any damage. Hmm. Sometimes you have to accept also. Every time you can't reject. In that acceptance also, like somebody needs our service. That if you can reject, reject, आप कर लीजिए ना, मुझे क्लास जानी है, साधना करनी है, that type. But you sensitive, you are intelligent, you know that the person cannot do, you have to help. To help in such a manner that it doesn't become an issue, it is taken care, and we are also not missing any of the much of the time or energy, or not even the mental disturbance होता है, यार ये क्या काम करना पड़ा, करने के लिए मेरा टाइम एनर्जी वेस्ट हो गया, आई कुड नॉट डू माई साधना. That should not be there. It has to be done, it is done. Well, good. And it's not always. Sometimes such things come where I have to attend to them. अब अटेंड कर लिया, बस हो गया, है ना? With the people, sometimes you have to serve them, you have to give them food, you have to take them somewhere. तो ये सारा होता है. So, instead of fighting inside and outside, negotiate in such a manner that that is taken care without any dent, without any guilt. Guilt or regret inside, frustration inside, dent in the relation, giving dukkha to the other person, ये नहीं करना. But the other thing here, which is very tough to understand, is striking the balance wherein exactly what you need to do, you are doing. More than you are not giving them any time or freedom. What you need to do, those things which others can do, those things which they themselves can do, you have to very strong to tell them that no, you do this yourself, I cannot. Because for you, your life, your time, your attention is precious. Huh? When you are established in the self, thereafter, everything is Brahman, then you can do everything. अब वो स्थिति पाना है, जल्द से जल्द पाना है. नाथ परम वेदितव्यम किंचित वी हैव अंडरस्टूड. एतद् ज्ञेयं नित्यं ज्ञेयं आत्मसंस्थं ज्ञेयं एव एव एव. So we have to answer the rishi also, the Guru Parampara also, when they ask कि हम तो पढ़ा है आपको, आपने कोई किया ही नहीं कुछ. Then they say, I will not padhao you because you are not doing it. When the Guru, the Rishi goes away from our life, Satsang goes away from our life, all the Laghus and Samsaris and Dussangas enter. Correct? Understand it. So, some examples are given, take care. Now, come to the faculties also, same way. We talked about the outer activities, people, negotiating them in such a manner that they are conducive only, not non-conducive. So to each of the faculty. शरीर कैसा होना चाहिए साधना के लिए, है ना? फिर what is that which is spoiling my शरीर every day, that I am not able to focus on sadhana, I have to attend only this. है ना? Most of it is the food aspect only. Less food, more food, wrong food, insufficient food. These are the reasons. So that more and less का balance कर लो perfectly. So to the wrong and right food. Qualitatively we call it as. So that's a very crucial thing with which the sharira has to be made all the time conducive only for sadhana. Weakness है body, you can't do sadhana. बीमारियां हैं body में, you can't do the sadhana. Isn't it? So it has to be strong, it should be healthy. It's a very necessary thing. Definitely little of exercises, all of that help. Correct? Think about it. What's making me weak or diseased? How to avoid it? What keeps me strong and healthy? How to inculcate it? For the strong and healthy thing, a very good diet, Very good. Some chosen selected 10 minutes of exercises, 10 to 12 bars. है कि नहीं? 10 to 12 minutes. इवनिंग हो सके तो 10-5 मिनट बस इतना बॉडी नीड्स है ना सम फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी के लिए उसके लिए you all understand it matured. Now more crucial are the other equipments, the energy levels वो कितना होना चाहिए, the sense organs in which limit control they have to be conducive for sadhana. Most importantly is the mind, which is the healthy mind conducive for sadhana, isn't it? The calm mind, the pure mind, the single pointed mind. Then which are the ones which are disturbing the calmness, purity, and single pointedness? I have to be wise enough, no, to know. And in all these discussions, one thing is common, it is our own ignorance or weakness or inability to say no, etc. That we create problems to our faculties. We create, nobody. So we have to learn the art of keeping the mind the way it has to be. We have to learn the art of keeping the intellect also, sharp and subtler. What's that which is making the intellect blunt, which is making intellect very gross? Avoid them. And what it which makes it sharp and subtler, you have to do it. Mainly the Shastra Adhyana makes it so. Two more things are very essential in our equipments, most important, which we neglect it. One is our Vasanamaya Kosha. In fact, unhesitatingly, if you ask someone to tell, like us, we directly, clearly, without any innovation, if you are ready to listen, tell that the whole problem is in the Vasanamaya Kosha. Whether we understand it or not, accept or not. So keep on sending to that Vasanamaya Kosha the positive things. They will come back. Only the non spiritual things we go on sending into them, that alone will come, no? So all through the day, we are sending into our Vasanamaya Kosha recesses, which is called as the status of memory, worldly things only. We took it for granted. We become sentimental in that regard. We become emotional. We say चलेगा. नहीं चलता बाबा, नहीं होता है वो. That vasanas inside will push us, our mind, throws the mind into the whirlpool of so many thoughts. आप देखो 80% of our activities in the world are uncalled for, but then they are creating such terrible vasanas, strong vasanas, that we are not able to quieten our mind for the higher and deeper studies, understandings, meditations, etc. Anything we do creates vasana. Therefore, be choosy about what to do, what not to do. You have to become sensitive, not cynical, but we have to be sensitive and sensible, and should be saying no to it. Don't take it for granted, because especially again with the people, things and objects are little jada, so they may not trouble us much, but the people. Once you are with the people, it is not 100% in your hands, because they are also living dynamic people. So their responses, their actions, their reactions, their emotions, all of them have terrible effect on us. वस्तुओं से उतना नहीं होता, because वो जड़ है. Isn't it? The people are not jada, no? The people, if you love them, then they get attached to you. If you try to keep them, then they hate you. Then they talk all the things. Then you also get hurt. How much are your Vedantin? That become an impression. एक याद रखना, न रहेगा बास न बजेगी बांसुरी. That way we have to try maximum to protect our vasanamaya kosha. Now, whatever thoughts they come when we are free or when we are trying to do sadhana, are coming from the vasanas only. And how did they go there? How did they go there? You know? With regard the objects, on the name of entertainment, so many vasanas we create. How can still we be the person wanting the entertainment in the bhoga? क्या हमारा योगा नहीं करना, साधना नहीं करना, है ना? क्या चेहरा मुंह दिखाएंगे we to the God, the gurus? When we leave the body, court martialed there, or will be summoned there, not court martial, summoned there. So we have to answer them. They ask us, isn't it? Sir, उठा कर देखना है तो then we stop. Only Atmarati, Atmatrupti, Atmasantushti. How many words were used? Do you remember? Few shlokas back. In the self only we have to find entertainment and all. No more in the same repetition. It's a delusion. It's a non-thinking. It is immaturity. The immaturity is this only, that these involvements are creating vasanas which are obstructions to my sadhana. इसको नहीं जानना नहीं मानना is immaturity. With maturity जानो मानो और keep it away. है ना? We have to maintain that our own dignity of being sadhak. इस तरह से one thing is the vasanamaya kosha. And the last one is our own identity. है ना? The sadhakatva identity has to be respected, valued within ourselves. All other identities are secondary. Yesterday we studied, no, in one of the evening classes, Puran mein kahi. Very thoroughly we studied Skanda Puran mein toward the end of the Utkala Khanda. Wonderful it was. Every other our relative identity are binding only to us. So be ruthless in them. I am first and foremost sadhaka. Ruthless in yourself, in your inner understanding, accept. When it comes to managing outside, you have to be kind. You have to be reasonably sensitive for the people and all. So I am साधक. थोड़ा प्यार से उनको कह सकते है कि नहीं? जैसे संसार में फंसने के लिए हाउ डू यू टेल अस योर एक्सक्यूजेस, है ना? यू आर सो इंटेलिजेंट, स्वामी जी आप तो, बाबा जी आप तो सब कर सकते हैं, हमसे कैसा होगा, देखो. You know how intelligent, smart, isn't it? You are. Do the same thing with others. आप लोग तो बहुत पहुँचे हो, मेरे को तो कुछ आता ही नहीं, तो मैं थोड़ा-सा ऐसे जप साधना करना चाहता हूँ। होगा नहीं वैसे तो, कोशिश करता हूँ, मुझे करने दो. You have to request like that people and maintain your sadhakatva inside. Because at the time of your sadhana and class only, उनको सारे मन में अनेक संकल्प आते हैं. चलो जी मार्केट जाते हैं, चलो जी शॉपिंग जाते हैं, चलो जी सिनेमा जाते हैं, चलो जी उनके घर जाते हैं, इनके घर जाते हैं, उनको बुलाते, इनको बुलाते. Isn't it? People tell you, whoever they may be, the wife होगे, husband होगे, brother होंगे, sister होंगे, बच्चा. There are so many things around us. And then generally we oblige. Then so many losses because of that from the Adhyatmic sadhana standpoint. Not other. If you are not deciding to be sadhaka, then खुल्लम खुल्ला भागो जाओ फंसो पूरा दुनिया में. Then don't ask for the moksha. Then don't expect it. Don't expect the Guru Krupa, Shastra Krupa, Daiva Krupa. Then you get only their Krupa. Their Krupa is they'll put you in samsara only, whom you are obliging. So that individuality कौन सा होना चाहिए? निरंतर साधकत्व. And although we elaborately told, people are so sweet. In fact, if they understand our honesty in our sadhana, if we are honest, they have some fear from within. उनका अंदर का कॉन्शियस जीव बोलता है, यार खुद तो कर नहीं रहे साधना, why should we disturb them? They feel sentimental, they feel emotional, they feel bad, they miss you. But that's all superficial, that's temporary. The jiva in them understand, अच्छा अच्छा आप क्लास जा रहे हो, जाओ आप. It is our weakness only, our sentiment, emotion only gives them strength to dominate us. Our strongness should give them strength to allow us, not dominate us. Strength to them to accept what we want to do, sadhana. Isn't it? Like in earlier days, अरे पापा आके घर में काम करे बच्चे चुप. So he is so serious in his activity work that the wife knows and she tells children, quiet they are. They don't disturb. That's called commanding. Anyway, so the outer and inner things. What is the conducive status of them? What is that which disturbs that conduciveness? How to avoid them? And what things, when done, the conduciveness gets added, how to do them. So many things there in that also. तो इस तरह से अपने पूरे व्यक्तित्व को, उपाधियों को साधना का लायक बना के मेंटेन करते रखना चाहिए. राइट. थैंक यू. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्त्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थानजागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्म संस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिर आश्रम पुण्य दिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञ याग साधना सेवा तपस्यादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थ सम्प्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति देवताभक्ति गुरुभक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति सत्संगभक्ति साधनाभक्ति सेवाभक्ति माता पितृभक्ति देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति सनातन धर्मादिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन अवगाहना साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ पारायणम फ्रॉम द 11th to 15th mantra, third chapter. Spend 2 minutes to chant. ओम अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः एकादशमन्त्रादारभ्य पारायणम् ॐ ॐ सर्वाननशिरोग्रीवः सर्वभूतगुहाशयः सर्वव्यापी स भगवान् तस्मात् सर्वगतः शिवः महान् प्रभुर्वै पुरुषः सत्त्वस्यैष प्रवर्तकः सुनिर्मलामिमां प्राप्तिम् ईशानो ज्योतिरव्ययः अङ्गुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषोऽन्तरात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः हृदामन्वीषो मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ति सहस्रशीर्षः पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपाद स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलम् पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येषानः यदन्नेनातिरोहति ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, 12th mantra thoroughly studied. In that, the clarity is only the self, the reality, the Brahman has to be realized in ourselves. Etat gneyam, etadeva gneyam, nityameva gneyam, atmasamstameva gneyam, nata param veditavyam. Be strong in this clarity. Self alone has to be realized in our hearts. For that purpose only, we all are given a chance for human beings. And from this being human, through this realization of self, let us get moksha. Other than that, anything else is done, then to different janma only we do, you know, like Sheshastu Brahmanilaye Paribhramanti, as we saw yesterday in a Dhanyashtakam, will be only doing the Paribhramana. So why paribramana into different lokas and yonis and sukha, dukkha, bhaya, all of that? Why can't we get liberated? It's only through the Atmanubhuti, and the one who realizes that this human opportunity is only for that and becomes fully committed, he has blessing himself. And then he can receive the blessings of Guru Shastra and Bhagwan fully. He can receive all their blessings, use them. He can really reach to that Dhanyata, blessedness. Having convinced us about these things, or trying their best to convince us, the Shruti Mata and Guru, now the ones who are convinced for them, they are guiding us in the sadhana to begin with an alambanam. Okay, support. Whose support here? Because it is Shruti Mata Vedas, Vedanta. There in the Vedic period, in the Shruti, in the Upanishads, the Omkara is given as supporter alambana. Same Omkara alone is the variety of different Pauranika Devatas. Okay? Therefore, you can take up Omkara, you can take up any of the Pauranika Devatas. Two things we should not miss. One is both of them are Parabrahman only, and our goal is to reach to that Parabrahman. At that time, even this Omkara Upasaka, Omkara को छोड़ना पड़ेगा, the Ramakrishna Upasaka, Ramakrishna को भी छोड़ना पड़ेगा. They are only Alambana, they are only the Madhyama. The goal is Atma Samstam Brahma Anubhuti Eva. Om is not the goal. Om is the means. Krishna is not the goal. Krishna is the means. The Brahman is the goal. In that, there should be very, very crystal clear understanding. So, in the beginning only. Right? And then the other things, any number of doubts come, the data will be given to us by the Guru. Receiving that data with our intellectual thinking maturity, we have to understand and see it. What is best, isn't it? Now we tried to tell yesterday a little bit data today also supplied. Because that question you will carry everywhere otherwise. isn't it? So, as what we were saying yesterday is any other Lord's name will be followed by the lot of thought processes. Like if you take the Rama, then the Rama के बाद सीता जी को आना पड़ेगा, लक्ष्मण जी को आना पड़ेगा, हनुमान जी को आना पड़ेगा, एंटायर राम कथा आएगा, उसके बाद जंगल भी आएगा, अयोध्या भी आएगा, दशरथ जी भी आएंगे. Then you are all becoming chanchala in the thoughts, no? Then रावण भी आएगा, रावण नहीं आएगा, हम जाएंगे लंका, and you settle in Lanka finally. These possibilities are there. Then you can call them as the devotion and every one of them. They are required in the beginning stages only, isn't it? In doing the Omkara, no of such, no what you call after effects of the projection of so many thoughts. Finally, in spirituality, we have to transcend the Maya. Maya is mind is thoughts, isn't it? So, if this data you are able to understand, then use it. Then your practices, sentiments, all of them, you will be able to answer by yourself. Second thing, let us say we are a Krishna Bhakta. But Krishna himself said in Gita, no? How many times he said? Om ityekaksharam brahma vyaharan mamanusmaran. ओम है एकाक्षर ब्रह्म, उसका उच्चारण करो, वो मैं ही हूं जानो, isn't it? And then in the chapter 10, Pranavah Sarva Vedeshu, in all the Vedas, I am the Omkar, isn't it? And also in the 17th chapter, Om Tat Sat Iti Nirdeshaha Brahmanaha Trividaha Smutaha. The three names of the Brahman are Om Tat Sat. The Lord Krishna, whom we worship, he himself is telling us to take the alambana of the Om, isn't it? Now you think. You answer your sentiments, you answer your things. Anything is okay. Provided either it is Om or Krishna or Rama, it is Brahman alone. And our goal is Brahman. And towards that point of reaching goal, all these Rupa Nama, we have to transcend, we have to give up. आपको कैसा उचित लगता है बिना संशय का पकड़ो आगे चलो. But if you ask ruthlessly, in Rama, Rama alone is there. Krishna is not there. In Krishna, Krishna alone is there. Shiva is not there. In the Shiva, Shiva alone is there. Devi is not there. But in Om, all are there. That is the truth. That's why the Shiva Bhagavan also gave Omkara Upasana. Rama also did Omkara Upasana. Krishna did Omkara Upasana. If they have done the Upasana, Om means what? Om is highest. Why? Because it has Shruti authority. It is in the Upanishads, it is said. If we can manage to reach to the same through our Rama and Krishna, reach out. It is your clarity. But if you ask about which is great, this undoubtedly the Om alone is great. Om alone is ultimate. But result with both of them you can get. Isn't it? With Omkara, these are the special added advantages. So think about these details. है कि नहीं? And then in all Upanishads, Om is said to be that Brahman. We are studying one more thing. We are not studying Purana Itihas, no? अब जब पुराण इतिहास पढ़ोगे तो वहां पकड़ो कृष्ण राम. We are studying Vedanta. Therefore, we have to respect it. So, as regards our sadhana is concerned, if you are already doing Krishna Upasana, Rama, continue. Om को भी add करो. Isn't it? Om, because we are studying Upanishads. उसको भी answer करना है ना. Then have not doubt. Om and Krishna both are the same Parabrahma Tattva only, which is our goal. I am taking the alambana of this to reach to that. In any of those cases, avoid your own inner samshaya. You alone can avoid that. Data is given. Ponder over it. Like Krishna gave knowledge but said, "Yateche sada kuru." So too the data will be given. You come to your certain feeling. What is it? Isn't it? Some people can reach to that level of non-conflict. They do the Saguna Upasana also, and to their Saguna Upasana they get the blessings of that Saguna Ishvara for their various Vyavahara as well as Adhyatmikata, and they also do the Omkara Upasana. They have no conflict. They have reached to that level. You ask them, how come you both are doing? Yeah, Saguna I do it, I like it. मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Because I like it, I do it. Om I do because I have to do it. Because the Veda ka shasan hai. Veda ka praman hai. See, he got both of them. And Veda mantras, Veda will not fight with you if you do Krishna Upasana. And Krishna will not beat you with his flute if you do Om Upasana. And people with Krishna Bhakti they got moksha without Omkara Upasana. People with Omkara Upasana they got moksha without Krishna. These are all datas that are there. Now you think for yourself what suits to you without any doubt, without any fear. वही तो मैंने कहा ना अभी fear. You do the Om Upasana. Krishna will not tell you, "Hey, इतने साल से मेरे को कर रहे हो, अब मेरे को छोड़ दिया मैं तो देख लेता हूँ." He will not do that. Because he says, "Om मैं ही हूँ." प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु सर्ववेदेषु प्रणवः, and that is me. That means what? He is not saying that I am greater than Om there. Om is greater than me. I am Om. I am also Om. Don't separate me from the Om. Isn't it? In the Om, all gods come together. And as we said just now, Om is such an alambana, though it is not as helpful as Krishna and Rama, because Krishna Rama को पकड़ने के लिए उनका रूप नाम इत्यादि है. लेकिन the difficulty in the Om itself is advantage there, that we can easily transcend the thoughts. So concentration के लिए कृष्णा रामा ले लो, but go beyond के लिए ओमकार को ले लो. All questions, doubts are answered. So we started explaining now. We'll slowly see one by one thing. So here idanim om iti etena eva aksharena param purusham avidyayita. With this akshara omkara, do the abhidhyana of the parama purusha. This is what is the guidance given in Prashna Upanishad we explained yesterday. Second, Omiti Atmanam Yunjita. With the support of the Omkara, yoke yourself to the self, the Atman. Third quotation, Omiti Atmanam Dhyayita. With the support of Omkara, do the dhyana of the Atmavastu. Iti. Iti Shrutehe Atmanam Anvishya. In this way, in the Shruti, having convinced the student that the Atma Prapti alone is the Hetu for Moksha, Atmana Para Abhidhyane, for this continuous dhyana on the Paramatma, Pranavasya Niyamat. See, Shankara Bhagavan ने कहा, उन श्रुतियों ने प्रणव का सजेशन दिया है, प्रणव का उन्होंने अल्टरनेटिव दिया है. He is not confusing us. So those who surrender to Adi Shankara, it helps them. What he says, प्रणवस्य नियमात, प्रणव का ही उन्होंने नियम आदेश दिया. प्रणवस्य नियमात अभिध्यान अंगत्वेन प्रणवम दर्शयति. Before we go to the meditation of the निर्गुणम ब्रह्म ध्यान, उसका अंग के रूप में प्रणव का आलम्बना यहाँ द श्रुति हमको पढ़ा रही है, दे रही है. So niyamena omkarasya pranavasya niyamatu. Niyamanam means what? कि we are suggest like a person who goes with fresh mind, उनको डाउट ही नहीं रहेगा कि अच्छा गुरु महाराज क्या करें, ओम करो, ओम बस स्टार्ट हो गया शुरू. But we already do many other things. Now we have the doubt, isn't it? So Guru very delicately, without disturbing your faith, he'll have to answer. After he does his job, now the ball is in our court. Without losing our faith, our consistency, we should be able to match up, catch up without any ill feeling. मतलब क्या है? I am doing Ram, Ram, Ram. Suddenly Om has come. So therefore, you should not feel bad कि ओम को पकड़ो क्या मैं राम को छोड़ना पड़ता है. ये ओम को पकड़ लिया तो राम को छोड़ना पड़ा. So these type of doubts are in the mind only. ओम and Ram both are Brahman. So दोनों थोड़ा थोड़ा समय करने का निश्चय ले लो till you come to a maturity of coming out of that doubt. है ना? When we keep on practicing, none of these doubts, questions remain. They are only at the lower periphery level. Once we become deeper, वो डीपर जाने के बाद वो संशय चला जाएगा. Like तुलसीदास जी, he will worship Rama, he'll worship Krishna, Ganapati, he'll worship Om also with the same ease. Even though specifically his Ishta Devata is Rama, he has no quarrel with Ganapati or Shiva, nor he will feel bad that if I do Gaiye Ganapati Jagavandana, Sri Rama will feel bad. वो मानसिक संशय स्थिति को पार कर लिया. He knows both are Brahman. Any of the Alambana, Narayana, will take us to Brahman. The point is, how strongly we are holding that Alambana is important. I like Rama, but the Shastra Shruti told Omkar. So I will follow my liking. So too I oblige the Shastra. Isn't it? I am obedient. So there's no problem. Both are answered. And when there's no conflict, all our problem comes here. That we think that Om is different, Rama is different, or Krishna is different. And we think they are in conflict. No, वो एक ही तत्व है वो. दोनों मिलकर ब्रह्म तत्व ही है. Isn't it? Let us be very clear about it. So one is liking thing, another thing is prescribed thing. Niyamatu. अब करो ये भी. This doing this Omkara Upasana Niyama जो श्रुति में दिया, both it checks our sentimental attachment also, and it opens up the new avenues, isn't it? And there's no conflict at all, because in that Sattvika Mamata we get attached to our own these particular alambanas also. We have to one day go beyond all alambanas, नहीं तो वहीं रुक जाएंगे. आप कृष्ण को पकड़ो तो कृष्ण तुम्हारे छोड़, मेरे को जा ओम पकड़, रीच टू ब्रह्मन इजेस. नहीं मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, पकड़ूंगा. Then he gets fed up. Whichever your friend you have called and he came, and you are going on giving you all the food he enjoyed. Now the time for him to go comes. Now you say यार मैंने बुलाया, मैं और भी खिलाता हूँ, बैठो करे तो he'll become angry on, he'll go. Isn't it? He can't stay. Nobody can stay with us. द्वैत हो ही नहीं सकता लगातार हमारे साथ रहने का. राइट? सो whom to answer? Our own mind's doubts. Experiment कर लो for some days. Then you will have the clarity. So we already told you one thing. People are there doing only Om, nothing else. People are there doing only Krishna or Rama, not the Om. People are doing both of them. All the three are reaching the goal. You decide what's conducive for you. There's no confusion should not be there. And don't choose the fourth option. स्वामी जी आपका ओम मैंने ही पकड़ा और मेरा किशन मैंने छोड़ दिया, ये मत करना. Most funny thing कि already what you are holding you dropped that new one you have not held, then total distraction. Correct? Right. Now we'll exclusively focus on Om only. Today we'll talk for 10 minutes on this. First and foremost is the Parabrahma Tattva reality. Okay. It has in two expressions. Okay. One expression of Brahman is Nirguna Nirakara Satchidananda. Satyam Jnanam Ananta. अपने स्वरूप में रहना. One expression of Brahman. Second expression of Brahman is that same Nirguna Nirakara Satchidananda Brahman is with his own Maya Shakti is called as the Ishvara Rupa. Clear? Now that Ishvara Rupa We can merge in that Ishvara, but that Ishvara cannot be held for the Upasana. Therefore, a step lower is that Maya little grossified is called Mahatattva. With that Mahatattva, the same Parabrahman is called as Hiranyagarbha. So, Parabrahma and Ishvara or Parabrahma and Hiranyagarbha. These are two expressions. Okay. Now, the Parabrahma is ultimate goal after which is moksha. There is no thing to achieve, it's moksha. Parabrahma para. And in the Dvaita achievements, reaching up to Hiranyagarbha sthiti is the ultimate achievement. It is not moksha final. So I become one with Hiranyagarbha, but I see all the world is still there existing, though it will not bind me that way as the Jiva is bound, but yet I am in Dvaita. That itself is bondage. So that the Hiranyagarbha will have to take care of all the Jivas whom he is creating. So that's the highest achievement in the Dvaita, but it is not the ultimate achievement. Ultimate is Advaita only. That's fulfilled, that's found only in Brahman. These two things. Okay. Then the Hiranyagarbha Upasana gives us all the Uttama Lokadi Prapti up to Hiranyagarbha Loka. That will not give us Brahmanubhuti. Right? In the Brahmanubhuti only gives us moksha that is sufficient for us to seek. All other things we need not seek. We can forego. In fact, it makes it easy. It makes it quicker for us to reach to the moksha. Be very clear about these things which we have studied thoroughly through various Shastras, Upanishads. Done? Now, the third point is this Omkara Pranava. Okay. Is there for both of them as alambana. With the alambana of the Om, you can worship the Hiranyagarbha also. With the alambana of the Om, we can meditate on the Brahman also. So, Om is an alambana. Om is a support. In what way it is a support? It is a support in a way all our distracted mind with its various faiths in different things and beings, the distraction of the mind is brought on to Om. So I am only holding on to the Om now. With the help of the Om, then I do the Hiranyagarbha worship. Why? How I do? Oh Pranava, you are Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, like Hiranyagarbha, you are Sarvagnya, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvavapaka. Therefore, O Pranava Rupi Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyagarbha Rupi Pranava, please bless me with the Urdhva Loka, the Uttama Loka, the healthy body, lots of money, power, position. Give me the Indra Pada, give me your own Brahma Deva Pada. So, with all yajnas, with all the upasanas, with all the stotras, with all the prarthanas as demonstrated just now, you can use the Omkara Upasana. This is called Omkara Alambana and Hiranyagarbha Upasana. Om is taken as Hiranyagarbha. And why Om and Hiranyagarbha are same? Because Om is a Shabda, so the Shabda has to come from Hiranyagarbha only. Isn't it? Therefore, Om is Hiranyagarbha se hi aaya hai. Right? In the same way, this side, Om is taken as Parabrahma Tattva. So, Omkara Rupi Parabrahma, Parabrahma Rupi Omkara. I am praying to you, I am worshipping to you. Give me that Parabrahmanubhuti. This way, Alambana is Om only, but Prarthana is for the Parabrahma Prapti. Then this, our own intention and attention and prayer to the Omkara to bestow upon us the Parabrahmanubhuti, it inherently has those ways and techniques to take us to the Parabrahma Tattva. Okay. Now, what I have explained so far, which is the first step, tomorrow, day after, more things we'll discuss, is spoken to you from the authority of Katha Upanishad. तो आज आपको कठोपनिषद समझा दिया है ना. When Nachiketa asked na, tell me, is there something which is beyond death? You know what Yamaraj said is this only. Sarve Vedaha yat padamamananti. Tapamsi sarvani cha yad vadanti. Yad ichanto brahmacharyam charanti tat padam te sangrahena prabravimi. That state of being, I tell you, in very short form. And very attentively Nachikeji was listening as you are listening. In one syllable, Yamaraj said, Om ityetatu. Om ityetatu. Suddenly the Om is introduced. Nachiketa was flabbergasted. Ab kya keh rahe ho? Then the two steps explanation our Yamaraj gives to Nachiketa and through him to all of us. And yesterday we saw in Vasishtaji's study, Vasishtaji's Katha, it is not the Guru addressing only one disciple. Though one disciple becomes the means, the entire universe of sadhakas are the ones who are addressed through this Shastra or Satsang. Anybody can use it. Like Krishna addressed Arjuna with Gita. But Gita is not only for Arjuna. Anybody who is in Arjuna sthiti want to evolve, Gita is useful. Though Parikshit ji को Shukadev ji ने भागवत पढ़ा है, but it is universal. And Bhagavan Krishna taught to Uddhava the great knowledge, but it is to all. Upanishad is taught by one guru to one disciple or two, three disciples, but it is universal. तो सबके लिए वो लागू है. So what to Nachiketa he said, Om ityetato. Okay, Om is that which you have asked. So though it is confusing because the word is heard by Nachiketa maybe first time, yet it has its own benefit that something Bhagavan Yamaraj is giving to Nachiketa to hold on to his mind. अपने मन को पकड़ के रखने के लिए ओम दिया. Then he started saying two steps. One is, as I just now said to you, etadhevaksharam brahma, etadhevaksharam param. So etad aksharam means this onkara is Brahma. Which Brahma? Para is not added, no, therefore it is aparam Brahma. So etadhi onkara named aksharam is aparam Brahma. Second line he said, etadhevaksharam param. So here param is said, and param word always goes through only Brahma, therefore param Brahma. So therefore this onkara akshara is Kshara Brahma, that is Hiranyagarbha, I told you just now. Akshara Brahma, that is Param Brahma. So Onkara Akshara is Kshara Brahma, Onkara Akshara is Param Brahma. यमराज ने कहा, गुरुओं ने कहा, उपनिषदों ने कहा. So etad hi eva aksharam, etad aksharam eva Brahma means apara Brahma. It is Hiranyagarbha. Etad eva aksharam param means param Brahma. Then he says, etadhi eva aksharam jnatva yo yadichati tasya tato. So etadeva aksharam jnatva yo yadichati tasya tato. इस ओंकार अक्षर का इस तरह समझकर आलम्बन के रूप में जो यूज करता है, जिसकी जो इच्छा है उसको मिलेगा. एंड जिसकी जो इच्छा इज टू ऑप्शन. वन ऑप्शन इज द ब्रह्मन हिमसेल्फ. तो मेरी इच्छा है ब्रह्म को पाना है, तो ओंकार को ब्रह्म मानो और ओम के द्वारा ब्रह्म को पकड़ो, पा जाओ. इट विल कम टू यू. So yo yadichati tasya tatme. Second option is what? Up to Hiranyagarbha level, any of the lower things up to Hiranyagarbha, whatever is your ichha, you can get it through the Onkara Alambana. Here, Om is the Apara Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha. But it is not moksha. It is not infinite. It is finite. It is limited. But you get it. Okay? So Omiti etatu, etadi eva aksharam brahma, etadi eva aksharam param, etadi eva aksharam jnatva, yo yadichati tasya tatu. ज्ञात्वा मतलब पूरा श्रद्धा से जो करेगा तो. डन. सेकंड लाइन, एतदालंबनम श्रेष्ठम, एतदालंबनम परम. दिस इज द श्रेष्ठ आलंबन, दिस इज द परम आलंबन. नो, दिस आंसर्स आवर क्वेश्चन. रामा कृष्ण श्रेष्ठ है कि ओंकार श्रेष्ठ है, तो उपनिषद ने कहा, उसके बाद करोड़ों देवता आते होंगे, ऑल ऑफ देम आर सेकेंडरी, ओम अलोन इज श्रेष्ठम। वी हैव गॉट द डाउट, आंसर मिल गया, वो आंसर स्वीकार किया कि नहीं, दैट्स योर चॉइस। Many times we get the answer, we don't receive it. It's our problem. Nobody can help it. So, etad alambanam shreshtham. I am quoting you Katopanishad. Etad alambanam param. This is a shreshta alambana, utkushta alambana. Therefore, etad alambanam jnatva again. Then brahmaloke mahiyate. The one who uses it for the shreshta purpose, with the shreshta attitude, brahmaloke mahiyate means brahma eva loka brahmaloka. Here Brahma is Parabrahma Tattva. Brahmaloke mahiyate means he will revel in the Parabrahma Tattva. So Om is said to be the Akshara Brahma and Kshara Brahma, and with whatever the Ichha you do Upasana, that thing you will get. That's what in general speaking by Shrutimata. But particularly Shrutimata says Om is a Shrestha Alambana, Para Alambana. Then why don't you use it for the Shrestha and Paraprapti? Therefore, in that understanding, the one who is using Om for the Shrestha and Paraprapti, he will get that Parabrahma, the Shrestha Brahma, that is Brahmaloke Mahiyate. He will revel in Brahma. Very clear? Now, this has got a reference in Taittiriya Upanishad. That in that Ashtama Anuvaka, in the Prathama Valli, Shiksha Valli, when the Pranava Upasana was given, in that, in between to Suru maybe, Madhya maybe, towards the end mainly it is said that Brahmana, by having faith on this Omkara, that with this Omkara, I will be able to do all the yajnas and get the yajna phala. He used the Omkara, and Omkara blessed him, and he could do all yajnas spoken in the Vedas, and he got the yajna phala. Swargaloka prapti, Urdhaloka prapti, Ihaloka, any of the Sukhabhoga prapti. And the other disciple, he used the same Omkara as an alambana. And in this case, what he wants is all the Vedanta Artha final, the Brahmanubhuti, he asked for it, he got it. है ओमिति ब्रह्मा ओमितीदगं सर्वम् ओमित्येतदनुकृतिः स्म वा अप्योत्य ओमिति सामानि गायन्ति ओगं शोमिति शस्त्राणि शगंसन्ति ओमिति ब्रह्मा प्रसौति ओमित्यध्वर्युः प्रतिकरं प्रतिगृह्णाति ओमिति ब्राह्मणः प्रवक्षन्नाह ब्रह्मोपाप्नवानीति ब्रह्मैवोपाप्नोति. लास्ट वन, ओम के आधार से मैं ब्रह्म को पाऊंगा करके उसने किया, ब्रह्म मिल गया उनको. कुछ ब्रह्म, बोथ ऑप्शंस. जिसने हिरण्यगर्भ ब्रह्म का किया थ्रू यज्ञ आगादि, ही गॉट दैट. धवन पर ब्रह्म का जिन्होंने कोशिश किया उसको वो मिल गया. मैं ओम के आधार से करूंगा तो मुझे ब्रह्म मिलेगा करके ही डिड इट. एंड श्रुति डिड नॉट स्टॉप देयर. ब्रह्म ही वो पापनोति, वो मिल गया उसको. ब्रह्म उपाप्नवानि इति, I want to obtain Brahman. With this Shraddha, he took the alambana of the Omkar. Taking the alambana of Omkar is taking the alambana, like taking the alambana of Rama and Krishna. Same thing. I told you now, Om is Parabrahma, Om is also the Hiranyagarbha. As a Parabrahma is Satyam Jnanavantam, as a Hiranyagarbha he is Sarvagna, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvavyapaka, Sarvadayamaya, Karunamaya, Krupamaya, ityadi. So, somebody took Om for the Brahma Prapti of the Hiranyagarbha. Other one took the help of the Om for the Parabrahma Prapti of the Satyam Jnanam Anantam. दोनों को मिल गया. Okay, then now another reference. Have we not seen again in the Taittiriya Upanishad only? In that third Anuvaka itself, that Om is said to be the Shrestha among all the Vedas. And then that Om is being prayed for Medha, and Om is prayed for the Dhana also. Remember? Omkara ka Dhana ke liye yachana ki. Why Dhana? So that I can do Yajna Yaga. Why Yajna Yaga? for the Antakarana Shuddhi. And the same Om is asked for the Medas. Meda of what? All the Tattva Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Atma Jnana, which we are listening, studying, let that be held in my memory. Let it give me that result. For the sake of that, home is again taken as alambana of worship. We are such a powerful of the Shanti mantras worthy of chanting every day. Om Yaschandasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha. Chandasam Rupshabha, best among all Vedas. Vishwarupaha. The Om alone is all the Rupa. This topic tomorrow we'll discuss. Chandobhyo Adi Amrutat Sambhabhuva. And it has come after the churning of the Vedas is one version. Other version is all Vedas have come from Omkara only. आदि प्रणव से बाकी सारे वेद आए हैं और वेद सारे प्रणव को ही बताते हैं. वेद सारा प्रणव है. सो यो वेदादो स्वर प्रोक्तो वेदांते च प्रतिष्ठित. सौम्यश्चंदसाम ऋषभः विश्वरूपः छंदोभ्यो अधि अमृतात् संबभूव सह मह इंद्रः मेधया स्पृणोतु. May bless me, he blessed me with the Medha Shakti to remember all the time that I am Brahman, which I am studying. That Amrutasya he Deva Dharana Bhuyasam. That's what. May I be capable of having the Dharana, holding of this Amrita Tattva, that I am Brahman always. Then the same Om is asked. For as we saw in our common sense thought today, Shariram me vicharshanam jihva me madhumattama karnabhya bhori vishwaram. May my body be vicharshana without any problems. Jihva madhumattama. The tongue is madhu madhu. Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam. But with the ears only I listen more and more again and again only Brahman. So in this prayer, you can relate with the Kathopanishad Vala. Om is taken as Hiranyagarbha, and Hiranyagarbha alone can bless with this, not the Parabrahma. Parabrahma blessing is only to give us his anubhuti, that's Sachidananda. Om ka upasana karne. So Karnabhyam bhuri vishruvam and Brahmanaha koshosi. See, both ways. You are hiding the Brahman within you, kosha ke roop mein, Omkara, and you are protecting also the Brahman. Like, no, the sheath hides the knife and sheath protects the knife. Sheath hides the knife. It is within it. but also protecting. तो ब्रह्मण कोशों से आप ब्रह्म को छिपा के रखे हो सेफली. और मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं ब्रह्म को रिवील करो. ही विल रिवील. ब्रह्मण कोशों से. थैंक गॉड that you have saved it. Now reveal that Brahman to me. So Brahmana Koshosi Medaya Pihitaha. I know with all the other worldly knowledge, my mind is covered. Therefore, neither I am approaching you, nor I am requesting you sufficiently to reveal that Brahma to me. Medaya Pihitaha. I am sorry, no, I am changing myself from that. Shrutam me Gopaya. Whatever the knowledge I gained, let that knowledge be saved, let that knowledge protect me. Whom is being addressed here? Omkara only. So Kathopanishad we quoted. प्रश्नोपनिषद यहाँ ऑलरेडी दिया गया है. नारायण तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद 2 times we quoted. यशचंद्र साम वाला भी and this one. ओम इति ब्राह्मण प्रवक्षन्नाः ब्रह्मोपाप्नवानीति ब्रह्मैवोपाप्नोति. That one. Now the most important is tomorrow we'll have to quote you the Mandukya Upanishad and tell what Om is talked about. Then we'll talk about practically how we have to do the upasana of Omkar. Now these are all not given here. It's all anushangik. यहाँ तो बस वहनेर्यथा योनिगतस्य मूर्ति न दृश्यते नैव च लिंगनाशः सबूय एवेन्दन योग नियुक्तः तद्वमेव. ऐसा करके आगे बढ़ा क्योंकि दिस उपनिषद कम्स विद आफ्टर ऑल दोज उपनिषद्स. तो उनको लगता है कि हमने वो सब पढ़ा है और हमको याद होगा, इसलिए ऐसा ओम करके आगे जा रहे. And really we have studied, therefore we should remember also. So this gives an occasion for us to again recollect what we have studied regarding the glory of the Omkara, utilization of the Omkara as Alambana. And remember, any Alambana we have to drop finally. We have to reach to the Nirguna, Nirvishesha, Nirakara, Nirayava, Niralamba, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि अनुभूति, सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्म। वहाँ ओम भी काम नहीं करता है, ओम को भी छोड़ के होम में जाना पड़ता है, अमात्र कहते हैं उसको। That we'll see tomorrow exhaustively. The Mandukya Upanishad Saramsha we'll see. Omkara Sambandhi Saramsha. Not the earlier ones, Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira Vishwatesa Prajna. All of that will not touch. But what is said in that second portion of the Mandukya, the Agama Prakranave, regarding the Pranava Upasana, that we will see. In fact, the Mandukya starts with Om only. Om iti etad aksharam idagam sarvam. तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवद् भविष्यदिति सर्वम् ओंकार एव, यच्च अन्यत् त्रिकालातीतं तदपि ओंकार एव। That Om is Brahman, therefore Sarvam Etat Brahma Ematma Brahma ityadi. Then the Chatushpadatma explained, then after the Onkar Upasana is told in Mandukya. So Taittiriya Upanishad, Kathopanishad, Prashnopanishad, Brihadaranyaka Mandukya Upanishad. With the reference of all of that, in this present Shwethshwathara Upanishad, Om is given us for as an Alambana. So we have started understanding Om. So in that understanding, the major three things we understood are Om is Parabrahma, because everything is Parabrahma. So Om is one of that thing, therefore Om has to be Parabrahma. And Om is a Shabda. Shabda comes from Hiranyagarbha, therefore Om is Hiranyagarbha also. So Om that way is said to be the Nama. Om is said to be the Pratika representative. Om is said to be the Alambana, the sub. And Om is Brahman himself. Because nothing can be other than Brahman. That way every syllable, every word is Brahman. Because there can be nothing other than Brahman. But for us, like though the Brahman is everywhere, we are told to reach to him in our heart because that's Upalabdhisthana. Same way, every Shabda are Brahman only, yet Om is the one which is Niyamatu, given as a Niyama for sadhana. And for the one who is obedient to listen to Guru's words, Guru ne Niyam diya, he will take the Om and he reach the home. Only the disobedient fellows who have 100 options in his mind, the confused, chaotic fellow, he will ask, why Om, sir? Why not something, sir? And that fellow will never listen to any Guru, never does any sadhana. He is holding on to his ego, his question. Gurus don't entertain them. Om कह दिया करने का नहीं तो भाग बस. बट गुरु महाराज मैं दूसरा करता हूँ, करो, तुमको ओम से जो मिले वो नहीं मिलेगा बस. देन मैं आपको छोड़ देता हूँ, छोड़ो. तुमको राम कृष्ण ओम सबको छोड़ना पड़ेगा परमात्मा को पाने के लिए. आप भी मेरे को छोड़ोगे क्या? हमने पकड़ा ही नहीं आपको. यू आर नॉट अदर देन मी, हाउ कैन आई होल्ड यू? Self cannot hold the self, no? Gurus are at that level. So we have to be simply obedient and keep doing and it happens. So tomorrow we'll do the Mandukya reference, where is the Sukshma thoughts regarding Omkara as it is said in Mandukya, and the Upasana that is told in Mandukya. That we'll do. And then to give you that finishing touches beautifully, if time permits, tomorrow we'll talk about the Om as referred to us in our Yoga Darshana also. Again, Tasya Vachaka Pranavaha Tajjapasthadartha Bhavanam given na. So that occasion came to us here, so we are able to refer to what we studied about Omkara in all these Upanishads and Yoga Darshana. A data recollection ho jayega. And finally, all depends on have we taken the Om or not. And taking the Om as Alambana is just like taking the Devata you have taken, Alambana. दो फर्क इसमें होते हैं. The other devatas have a lot of stories and you have to do the षोडशोपचार पूजा इत्यादि. ओमकार का बहुत छोटा सा स्टोरी है एंड उनका जप ही है उनका साधना. प्रणव का जप ही साधना है. श्री राम जी का, कृष्ण का ही नॉट ओनली जप बट यू हैव भजन, यू हैव कीर्तन, यू ऑल हैव द उपासना टू हिम. ओमकार का एक आध लोग ने कीर्तन की लिखे हैं. ओमकार का भजन कीर्तन कुछ लोगों ने लिखा है. अब ओंकार का षोडशोपचार पूजा निर्गुण ब्रह्म का भी उपचार कर सकते हैं वैसे तो, The next text in the evening class will be that only. निर्गुण मानस है ना, उपयोग करने के लिए आप यूज कर सकते हो. बट देन ओम इज केवल उच्चारण एंड ध्यान एंड merging of the things. What is all of that? Without any doubt, clearly tomorrow we'll see that. So today we have given a introduction and the three quotes again we saw. Then in general from the Katha Upanishad we have seen the Taittiriya Upanishad also, what is said in them about the Omkara. So let us just chant the mantra here once and we'll see tomorrow. Yavahneryata yoni gatasya murtihi na drishyate naiva cha linganashah sabhuya evendhana yoni gruhyaha tadvo bhayam vai pranavena dehe. So there's fire in the firewood, unmanifest, non-absent. It's not absent. But a process followed of that firewood makes the unmanifest fire manifest. In the same way, the Brahman is there in our own heart, but unexpressed, unexperienced. With the Pranava, we can make that Brahman expressive or experiential. That's the meaning of it. So take the Alambana of the Omkara Pranava. Next sloka completes this subject. So in these two slokas, Pranava Alambana, Pranava Upasana, as given in other Upanishads, given here also. For what purpose? For this Etad Gneyam Nityameva Atma Samstam. Atma Samstam Parabrahma, to know him and to get the moksha, the Om Upasana is right. And no processes, no upadis, no Devata Gana, or ultimate goals. They're all means. When to enter into the sanctorium of the Brahman, all these हमको bye bye goodbye कहना पड़ता है पीछे मुड़ के. See you, bye. To enter into Brahman. After entering Brahmanavati, you know, in which class today we will see that everything is Paramatma only. Mandukya, Tulsi Ramayana, Gita, Yoga Vasishta Ramayana में आएगा. How can there be anything other than Brahman? सब Brahmamay. Is it? Now open up your heart intellect for contemplation. Be regular in listening. It's not in one day that happens, but one day definitely it will happen if every day we give chance to ourselves. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. Om Sahana Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Join for Gita.